You kind of feel like you're a steward of the team for the state.
I am.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that I'm not going to be here forever. I'm 74 years old. We're going to all die one day, and I know that. So I am a steward for this. I mean, God gives us gifts, and this is a gift, and we help other people with it.
In a way, Saints owner Gayle Benson plans to give New Orleans a gift too. Her succession plan comes with a promise. Proceeds from the sale of the team will go to the New Orleans area, a yearly multi-million-dollar windfall. And when the team changes hands, it must remain in New Orleans.
Tom Benson, he came up with the idea of leaving everything to me. And then, of course, I have no heirs. So my wish, and Dennis is the executor of my estate, so my wish is to scatter all the goods and gifts that God has given me and that Tom has given me to this city and community.
So this is your idea?
Oh, absolutely.
So the plan now would be to, and hopefully it's a long way away,
I
obviously.
hope so.
Yes. But the plan now would be, it's at some point many years away, but the team would be
sold. It would be so. All the teams would be sold. All of my assets would be sold. And Dennis would be in control of scattering it throughout the community. And I've already listed who gets what and where it goes and where I want it to go.
And it would be part of the foundation where they would give money annually?
It will be the foundation. And the foundation would be giving money to the city on an annual basis. It'll go on forever.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, it's billions of dollars.
It is. But again, I can't take it with me. Yeah. And the only way to be happy is to scatter it around and make other people's lives richer.
And Dennis Lauscha will essentially decide the next owner of the Saints?
He will. He will put it up for bid, and the highest bidder will get it, and then that'll be it, and the money will go to the city.
But you want the team to stay in New Orleans forever?
I do. I would like it to stay in New Orleans forever, and that's going to be one of our stipulations when we sell the team, is that it stays here. So we won't sell, or Dennis won't sell to another person that wants to take it away.
Dennis Lauscha is the president of the Saints, a New Orleans native, Jesuit graduate, who became a trusted advisor of the Bensons after joining the organization in 1998.
She basically says it's on you to pick the next owner.
It is, but I mean, it's not as though I don't feel the importance of that decision. It is extraordinarily important, again, and I would tell you that I have a tremendous amount of respect for Mr. Benson, a tremendous amount of respect, obviously, for her. I know, what this team meant to them. I know what this team means to the city, and I'll do everything in my power to make sure that that decision on who the next owner is an owner who is committed to this community as he and she were.
I mean, don't screw that up.
No, believe me, I don't plan to. Absolutely, I won't screw that up.
Lauscha is executor of the will. The Bensons set it up so if something happens to him, Saints general manager Mickey Loomis and another longtime trusted advisor, senior vice president of communications Greg Bensel, would then select the next owner.
How long do you have to find the right owner?
I mean, look, I certainly don't want to play games here. The will of Mr. and Mrs. Benson was, at their death, find the right owner. But there is a period of time that exists. Typically what we've learned from Mr. Benson's estate and whatnot, there is a period of time that is allowed to get things in order and to make sure we have enough time to make the best decision on who the next owner is going to be. It certainly won't be a rush decision by any stretch of the imagination.
But it could be months or years.
Years, yeah, absolutely. It could potentially be years. Yeah.
To make this clear, at some point a new owner will be chosen. The money from the sale will go to a foundation, with the proceeds donated to organizations across our area every year. Forbes values the Saints franchise at nearly $3 billion. Considering Benson's good health and the annual growth of NFL franchise value, Benson's endowment will likely produce tens of millions of dollars a year for the area.
And you kind of made mention of this, but I mean, that's an enormous amount of money that is going to be.
Dennis keeps saying that to me, and I'm like, okay, that's great, and I'm really blessed and very happy. But again, you can't take it with you. You can only have so many cars, so many houses, so many boats, and so many planes, and then giving away makes you happy. And so that's where my pleasure comes from, of having enough money to be able to give away. And when you feel that way, it was just logical to me. I mean, what else do you do with it? I wouldn't know.
The money, the proceeds from that will go essentially to a foundation that.
Yes, that's the plan, and that money is to be distributed and, as she likes to say, scattered throughout New Orleans and in the region. And
On an annual basis?
Yeah, on an annual basis. And we could do a tremendous amount of good.
I mean, how much money are we talking about a year?
Potentially, we could talk about billions of dollars. I mean, really, there's nothing like it, right? I mean, what other entity or person would be donating billions of dollars to the city to help, education, the poor, healthcare, arts and science? I mean, that's what she wants to do. That's the impact that she and Mr. Benson want to have for this community.
And who decides every year where that money's going? Right
now, we have a committee. We have a committee, a group of folks that work here, advisory committee that sits down with her, and that we continue. We expect that will continue. People apply for various grants. We talk about the grants. We talk about the impact. We talk about the goals. We talk about other various things about how it can help the community and who it's helping, and I expect that will continue.
The Saints' current lease expires in 2025. The state and Saints continue to work on a new long-term deal that could lock the Saints up through 2035 and potentially longer, something strategically the Saints say they're pushing for to ensure the team remains in New Orleans.
As you recall, in the NFL bylaws, I mean, if you have an agreement, if you have a lease agreement, you can't, or you're not supposed to, you can't, it's one of the ways that you can't relocate. So the longer I can get on our lease extension, we know at least for that period of time, there's no relocation possible.
The NFL has endorsed this plan that will likely make the Gayle and Tom Benson Charitable Foundation the largest philanthropic organization in Louisiana, a saintly succession, building a lasting legacy.
There's no armored car behind a hearse. It's just not there. I mean, you have to do something with the money. You can't take it with you. You can't burn it. So you scatter it because they are gifts that God gave you throughout the community.